Is there any chance he would come back and play?
No.
Well, the Miami Dolphins are acquiring tight end Darren Waller from the New York Giants. That's according to multiple reports.
Jalen Ramsey headed to the Steelers from the Miami Dolphins. Minkah Fitzpatrick headed from the Steelers back to the team that drafted him in 2018, the Miami Dolphins.
I feel like Mike McDaniel in Miami, this is up or out year for him.
The Miami Dolphins have made a very strange move by trading for a retired player, tight end Darren Waller. Before this big news, they also made a blockbuster trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers where the Dolphins sent star cornerback Jalen Ramsey and tight end Jonnu Smith in exchange for safety Minkah Fitzpatrick and some day 3 draft picks. The Jalen Ramsey trade shocked nobody. Reports emerged in April saying that Ramsey and head coach Mike McDaniel's relationship were irreparably broken. While these reports were circulating, Ramsey posted a cryptic message on Instagram where he talked about no longer surrounding himself around mediocre people. Many took this as another shot at head coach Mike McDaniel. The coach was asked how he felt about all these rumors.
I don't give a shit about what I feel. I don't even really go down that road of how do I feel about it. My job is to react and control my controllables.
The Dolphins have also had more drama with one of their highest paid players, Tyreek Hill. He's finally stopped making vague comments about wanting to leave the organization, but is now taking indirect shots at his QB, Tua Tagovailoa. He doesn't even have Tua in his top 5.
He said, could I rank my top 5 quarterbacks? Lamar, Josh, Pat, obviously. No, this is no order, by the way. Baker Mayfield and Joe Shiesty too.
There has been so much negative energy surrounding the Dolphins that NBC NFL insider Mike Florio has Mike McDaniel as the #1 head coach on the hot seat this year.
As much as I like him, I feel like Mike McDaniel in Miami, this is up or out year for him. If the Dolphins aren't competitive this year, if they finish 3rd or 4th in the AFC East and miss the playoffs, it could be the end of the road. I don't know what Stephen Ross is going to do, but it could be the end of the road.
So while the trade that sent Ramsey from the Dolphins to the Steelers wasn't surprising, what really made headlines was that Miami received Minkah Fitzpatrick in the trade package as well. Over the past 2 years, Minkah has missed time with injuries, and even when healthy, the Steelers have reduced his snaps. But at one point, he was a dominant safety that was featured on the NFL Top 100 list multiple times and as high as the 18th best player in the NFL in 2023.
What about your team? What about your team? Looking over here then, because I want to. Do something. Do something.
However, after these trades were announced, the Dolphins received some attacks from a former player. Running back Raheem Mostert, who's now on the Raiders, reacted to the news that tight end Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey were headed to Pittsburgh. He wrote, "Hot take, be a Pro Bowler on the Dolphins, get treated like shit. Happy for my guys though. Go ball out." Mostert's claim that the Dolphins treat their best players like shit is an awful look for Miami. Yes, Mostert could be bitter about being released after losing snaps to Devin Achane, but he's not the only NFL player dissing that organization. We've even had a current Dolphins player, Pharaoh Brown, give the saddest reason ever for re-signing with the Dolphins.
Why Miami? What attracted you to Miami?
What they say, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith are now added to the list of big Pittsburgh Steelers offseason additions. The Steelers appear to be loading up on old veteran talent, headlined by quarterback Aaron Rodgers, in hopes that it pushes them over the hump and leads to a playoff win, which the Steelers have not had since 2017. On the other hand, the Miami Dolphins have stayed quiet throughout the offseason, besides this latest strange move to trade for the former Giants and Raiders tight end Darren Waller. Waller retired after his 2023 season with the Giants, his only season with the team. He recently discussed the moment he knew he was done with football.
I don't know if I've shared this with anybody, but I knew I was retiring when we played in Buffalo. The Giants we were playing there, it was in the first quarter of the game. We were running like this counter lead running play, and I'm kind of like leading through the hole like I'm a fullback, and the play is working. But I sit down on the sideline after like a drive where we ran like 3 times, and I'm like, what the f am am I doing with my life? I'm out here playing fullback. I don't even want to do this anymore. And I'm just like looking at the moon. It's like early first quarter, second quarter. Nobody else would really even know that I'm thinking this, but I'm on the sideline like, yep, I'm going to finish this year to the best of my ability, but I'm definitely done playing after this year.
Waller appeared to fall out of love with football, but this occurred before he joined the Giants while in Vegas. His productive years with the Raiders ended around the same time Jon Gruden was forced to resign as head coach. Waller recently told Gruden in March the only way he would ever come out of retirement.
I look at your body, man. You look like you could still roll pretty good, man. I know you're doing that CrossFit stuff. Is there any chance you'd come back and play?
Nah.
What if I got a coaching job? Would you come back and play for me?
The only two people I will listen to, I will say, is you and Frank Smith are the only two people I will hear out and give them my ear.
Miami doesn't throw it to the tight end, man. You ain't going down there.
They got sports cars down there, man. They got everybody down there running 4.3. You gotta
no doubt you fit in good with that crowd.
Yeah.
Frank Smith was Waller's tight end coach during Gruden's last stint with the Raiders. Right now, he's the Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator. He's close with Waller and continued to praise him even after they stopped working together on the Raiders.
His story's pretty cool for me. My wife always gives me crap because every time I start, talking about him, sometimes I get a little choked up. It's like one of my brothers.
Smith likely convinced Waller to come out of retirement, even though this move seems odd because Waller did not play football for a whole year last year. It still has an incredibly high ceiling. While with the Raiders under Smith, Waller broke franchise records and looked like one of the most dangerous receiving weapons in the entire NFL. Keep in mind, while he was retired, Waller also dealt with some relationship drama. He was married to WNBA star Kelsey Plum, but then in January of 2024, Waller made an odd TikTok teasing his eventual divorce.
You lost a very good man. Hey, you over, baby. Is it what you wanna do?
His divorce made headlines due to the high profile of the two parties involved, but what made it go really viral was the fact that he created a song that was clearly about the divorce. You see, Waller had always pursued a rap career outside of football, but while retired, he was able to invest more time into it. The two events coalesced, leading to this personal song that many NFL fans obviously mocked as cringe.
How long I gotta climb up this hill? I'm tired and I wanna be still. Whoa, thought I love real.
But nowadays, Waller seems past his divorce, and he must really want to play football, especially if he's willing to come out of retirement for only $5 million. Yes, I know that's a lot of money for an average person, but that's really not a lot of money for someone like him who has amassed tons of wealth with million-dollar contracts in the double digits. Waller's physical traits and speed at the tight end position matches the Miami Dolphins team perfectly, which has tons of speed at wide receiver and running back. Head coach Mike McDaniel is praying that this risk pays off because his future in Miami depends on it.